Hey everybody, it's Anna Moon and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to show you guys all of the manga that I've been reading throughout the month of January. I will be doing this every month to kind of show you guys what I've been reading and keep you up to date on the volumes that I've been catching up and to tell you guys what I think about it. I know that this isn't a very original concept. I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do this, but I thought it'd be interesting and a good idea for me to do the same. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want more manga/anime/weeb related content. And you can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok at @AnnaMoonDes. Everything will be linked down below. I'm also going to be opening up a second channel where I'll be reviewing and analyzing the manga that I've read or anime that I watched in more detail, so be on the lookout for that. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first manga that I wanted to present you guys that I read through the month of January is Given. I have all 5 volumes and the 6th volume isn't out here in France yet, but I have definitely pre-ordered it. So Given is a music/romance manga. If you read the summary, you'd probably think that this is yet another yaoi, but it actually really isn't. It is about finding the true meaning to your feeling and how music can connect you to your emotions and even sometimes help you heal or deal with hardships. So you follow 4 bandmates, each with their own lives, personalities, relationships, and they all develop separately from the main plot. You do see them a lot together, but you also see them separately, and you get a good look inside of each band member's thoughts and emotions. The romances in this story are very realistic and actually mostly dark, giving the reader a bittersweet feeling after reading the volumes. I also want to point out that there are no big deals when it comes to being gay, and when one of the characters finds out he's not straight, it is done pretty smoothly and delicately. Artistically speaking, it's just beautiful. The characters are very well done, and I especially appreciate the little comments made by the mangaka about their birthdays, blood type, and style of music they enjoy. As I said, the series isn't over. The last volume comes out in March here in France, and of course, I've already pre-ordered it. In the meantime, I'd love to check out the anime, especially for the music. I haven't listened to the soundtrack yet because I'm really curious to really discover it while I'm watching. Have you guys seen or read Given? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. So the second manga that I read this month is Goodnight Punpun. I ordered this because I watched a few other manga hauls and always saw Goodnight Punpun, and they literally always said that it was super depressing or a bit weird, very strange, very sad. Even some other YouTubers have said that it's traumatized them, so yeah, I just had to pick it up. First of all, the artistic style is very unique. Not only the drawings of the characters, but even the scenery, where the mangaka mixes real-life photography and drawing. So you start volume 1 by meeting Poonpoon, a little boy in 5th grade, I'm assuming he's around 10 years old, and gets upset when his crush is leaving the school to be transferred. But of course, his crush will soon be replaced by another little girl named Aiko. Poonpoon and his family are drawn as cartoon-like birds in the story, although everyone sees them as normal human beings. You quickly realize that Poonpoon's in a complicated household and struggles with knowing what he wants to be in life. I also want to point out that there is a distinct way between how the kids are perceived versus how the adults are perceived. Usually acting childlike or making strange faces, the adults are portrayed as a very silly, mostly like For example, we see like two teachers playing hide and seek at one point. So far, it is pretty intriguing, so I'll definitely order the second volume. I do want to mention that this does have a mature audience tag, so readers mustn't be too young, or maybe have a parent read it first. It does have nudity and talks about subjects such as pornography and other serious topics. So yeah, have you guys read Goodnight Punpun? What did you think of it? So the next series that I want to talk about is Alice in Borderland. So I got the first 2 volumes of Alice in Borderland after watching the Netflix live action, which I thought was incredible. After the first season ended, I really wanted to start reading the series. So if you haven't heard of Alice in Borderland, it's a survival manga telling the story of Alice, who mysteriously is transported in an apocalyptic world with his friends after a huge fireworks. Alice and his friends are in a deserted Tokyo and quickly discover that being alive is a luxury that must be earned by playing twisted and dangerous games. If you have watched the live action, there are differences from the manga even in the first volume, including the first game they play and how they come to meet certain characters. Also, Alice here I think is a student, and you get to know him a bit more in the manga. The series from the start is super intense, as you get to see how humans behave in survival mode. The second volume ends after Alice and Karube's second game, which if you saw the Netflix version, you know it's super intense. And I wish that I would have read this before watching it now, although again, the show was really, really good. I definitely recommend this series as you'll get hooked from the start, and I'm curious to see what happens next in the manga and how it is different to the Netflix adaptation. Can we talk about the creepily beautiful artwork though? Here's the first volume, the second volume. Next, if you saw my last video, you know that I picked up Vinland Saga volumes 1 and 2. And oh my god, it is spectacular. I picked this up after seeing the anime was on Amazon Prime and decided to read these before starting the anime. The artwork is incredible, the storyline is super fascinating, and if you love Nordic mythology or just Viking stories in general, you'll definitely enjoy Vinland Saga. You follow the story of Thorfinn, who is thirsty for revenge after his father was killed when he was younger. By the way, this isn't a spoiler because you quickly learn this in the first few pages of the manga. Anyway, the manga begins with an older Thorfinn, but then you get a flashback as to how everything came to be. After reading this, I decided to watch a few episodes of the anime, and the anime was clearly very faithful to the manga, except that you start the anime with the flashback, so when Thorfinn was a young boy. I do have to say that I prefer the drawings in the manga than in the anime, especially Thor's, who is way more impressionable in the manga in my opinion. Regardless, the story is great and I'm definitely going to keep collecting the manga and watch the anime. So the last manga from this January Reads video is Samurai 8 series. So I also talked about this manga series in my last video. I was interested in picking it up because Samurai 8 was written by Masashi Kishimoto, or Naruto's mangaka, and as I had mentioned, I found out that it hadn't gotten the success that it wanted to, so it ended the series after just 5 volumes. So to recap, you follow the adventures of Hachimaru, who was born with many weaknesses and physical issues, and who always dreamed of becoming a samurai. Now, in this world, everything is very futuristic, giving it a space opera theme, so samurais in this world have many abilities having to do with robotic technologies and such. Anyway, one day a mysterious cat shows up at Hachimaru's house, and we later find out that this cat is actually a very powerful samurai. As you'd guess, Hachimaru, our main character, ends up becoming a samurai. I won't tell you how. And we follow his adventures and trainings as the volumes go on. We meet other characters along the way, as well as enemies, and also we see Hachimaru grow mentally and physically. There are a lot of funny moments, good character backstories, mysteries, and also some pretty sad moments. Honestly, I'm pretty disappointed about how it ended. I thought this manga had a lot of potential, but since it was canceled, the ending was clearly super rushed and everything was explained in the last volume, like literally the last 3 chapters. So in the end, I did think it was a good series, but since the ending was rushed, I was a bit disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever read any of the manga that I've shown in this video, and if you haven't, and please let me know what manga you would recommend me reading next. I already have ordered 2 other mangas that I will be presenting in a February manga haul. And again, you can find me on social media. Everything will be linked down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you very much. Bye!